a pool of Meteora. Watch me swim, swap a bed, I just keep it going. I'm kinda like I'm reading orders. Depth pool, got a fight and it full of high hopes. Look at my flow, DLM man, keep it liquid, it's never not so. Hold up like whoa, talking about slippage, bro, I don't even know that hoe. Easy in this pizza, they get fees, a little bacon inside the vault until the cheese is done. Fools are paying me like I don't even go to beaches, rather be here on a feed or something. Best believe it's decent, wavy man, I see sick, chillin' in the deep end. Every week and weekend, see me, you can depend on it, cause I mean it. Coming up, you can even find a way to flood it up. You done enough, 10% stimulate and run it up. Point system looking like a flying where they won't miss a solid contribution. Could've pointed out enough. I met up with Matt, had a really good chat. He's telling me bet up your army does laps, that orbit does this meteor's headed where no one's expecting, and we watching it happen, ayy. In a pool of Meteora, watch me swim, swap a bed, I just keep it going. I'm kinda like I'm reading orders. Depth pool, got a fight and it full of high hopes. Look at my flow, DLM man, keep it liquid, it's never not so. Hold up like whoa, talking about slippage, bro, I don't even know that hoe. Easy in this pizza, they get fees, a little bacon, stop the ball until the cheese is done. Fools paying me like I don't even go to beaches, have a beer on a feed or something.
All right, what is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is the 24th of April, and welcome to this week's community call. So today's call is going to be a real interesting one. Lots of alpha to uncover. So, as usual, we're going to cover some of the latest updates for the week. Shane from the team is going to come on to share a bit more about our latest shipments for the dynamic AMM V2, and after which we're going to have the chief vibes officer himself, Soju, unveiling a big announcement. But I'll let him get to that in a bit. Lastly, we're going to cover some of our latest updates in the LP Army for this week. So lots to go over today, so let's get right into it. All right, for the updates of this week. Now, if you are tuning in from Turkey, big shout out to you. Zen is actually traveling to Istanbul at the moment for Solana Crossroads, and he's going to be delivering a keynote on the future of launch liquidity on Solana. So lots of alpha to be covered there. So if you're there and you see him, please say hi. Our fun fact: Mentor DAO, our Turkish community of LPs, they are also going to be attending and representing the LP Army. So yeah, they're going to be creating some fun community content there. Very exciting stuff. So we look forward to it. Next up, the updates to the public blacklist. In case you missed this one, we launched a community-driven initiative to kind of develop a public and open blacklist to safeguard the future of Meteora from bad actors, including the folks from Kelsia. Which is as a part of the redacted hackathon that is organized by Helios and Arkham. We've also launched this community bounty, for all of the on-chain sleuths and detectives to kind of help us build and develop this open blacklist. Over the past few weeks, we've added over about 350 new wallet addresses, heavily linked with the people from Kelsia, and thanks to some very extensive analysis from submissions from folks like Detective, from Degen Spy, and many other contributors, they've helped to kind of grow the blacklist along with our independent verifiers, Bubble Maps, as well as Rockcheck, as well as the team who is actively looking to grow this blacklist as well. So shout out to all of our on-chain detectives for helping us make Meteora a much safer environment for all of our users. And also just a reminder, we have 1 week left before the bounty submissions close. So, if you are interested in making a submission, please head on over to Super Team Earn, and you'll be able to see our bounty over at the Hackathon bounty session. Right. Next up, we gotta love the Meteora case studies that Soju has been cooking up for us over the past few weeks. And speaking of that, this week Soju wrote up a detailed case study on launching single-sided liquidity on the dynamic AMM V2. So most, if not all of us, if you've been around for a while, most of us would know that launching, you can launch single-sided liquidity on the DLMM. But now you can also do it on the dynamic AMM as well, and that's how some of our partners, like Just the Bot, are utilizing dynamic AMM v2 to make their pool creation costs much cheaper. Because you don't have to deal with specific bins, and the learning curve for the dynamic AMM is much fairly less steeper than the DLMM. So overall, it's a great improvement for launchpads to kind of launch tokens more effectively. I'm just going to bring Soju up on stage as well, who is munching on some seaweed right now. Soju, what are your thoughts on the case studies?
I'm just eating some seaweed and bringing it out on stage. But yeah, hey guys. So actually one thing that we wrote about when we announced DMM-V2 is the ability to launch tokens single-sided with it. But it was not intuitive. It was not something that you easily more understand, which is why we wrote this case study and we look at the numbers and we talk about why you can do it, how you can do it, talk about our partners who are interested in doing it. But basically, if you launch a DRMM pool for like the way we always do DRMMs, right? We do single-sided liquidity, we do alpha and all that. All of that costs us about 0.25 so. But you can do it all on alpha on DMM v2 for 0.025 so. So it's just 10x cheaper to do the same thing. The one thing that you lose out on is DRMM's unique ability to design your liquidity. Like you can curve up, curve down, linear, straight, and all that shit. DMM v2 only lets you do it with the constant product XYK formula. But I think that trade-off in exchange for 90% cheaper is an amazing trade-off. And if you agree with us, you can read the case study that includes how to do it, or you can reach out to us. And I think it's a pretty fun one. Yeah.
Absolutely. Some heavy alpha in the case study. And if you'd like to read the full case study, you can head on over to the Meteora Medium page. We've also kind of released it on Twitter as well, so you can check it out there.
Sweet.
Thank you, Soju. Okay, I'm going to yoink you out now. All right. Now, moving on to the next, the last, but not the least section, our very own anti-sniper suite. Great name, even better technology. Last week we hopped on a Spaces with the Quantum Cat himself, Dean from Jupiter, to kind of discuss more about the current state of launches on Solana and to share a bit more about our anti-sniper mechanisms like the Alpha Vault, like the fee scheduler, and much more. So lots of launch-related alpha in that call. So if you want to learn more about our launch suite, you can check out the recording on our Spaces on X. Right, now moving on to some big updates for the dynamic AMM v2, and I'm going to invite Shane up on stage to share more about this, what we've cooked this week. Shane, how are you?
I'm good.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, Shane, tell us what the team has cooked this week.
Right. Hi, everyone. So if you have been playing around with the DMV2 for the past couple of weeks, you might have noticed some of these changes. If not, no worries. I'm going to share them with you now so you can check them out later. So one big update that we have is that DMV2 is now integrated with Jupiter. What it means is that any tokens or pools that are launched on DMV2, they are available on Jupiter for swaps and any other platforms that have integrated Jupiter for swaps as well. So this is just the first of many other integrations that are going to be coming. There'll be other trading bots and trading platforms that would be integrating DMV2 and data analytics sites that would help also track your DMV2 pools. If I'm not wrong, I think Birdeye is already tracking it. So stay tuned for more of such integrations. And if you have tried creating a DMV2 pool, you'll notice that there are two main options. One is a volatile pool, one is a meme coin pool. So basically, for a meme coin pool, it's a pool where there is a fee scheduler. And we mentioned last week in the community call and over a few other spaces as well, that one of the important points for token launches is that they want a way for snipers to not be incentivized to come in right at the beginning and have a huge advantage over retail traders. So a fee scheduler helps to start the fee high and gradually drop over time, so that this incentivizes snipers from coming in and having an advantage over retail users. So it levels the playing field for people that wants to buy the token at launch. So one of the new configurations that we support, previously the basic fee tier, this is the fee in which the fee scheduler will end at. Previously, we only supported 0.25%. Now we have 0.3% all the way up to 6%. So more flexibility, more optionality for you guys who are thinking of creating a pool with the AMV2. Apart from that, we also now allow you to choose the linear curve for the fee scheduler mode. So what's the difference between linear and exponential? I'm going to explain in the next slide. As you can see, for exponential, so this was the mode that was available already last week. The curve it drops sharply. It's more steep right after the start, and gradually it flattens right over time. While for linear, it follows more of a straight line and it's more regular. So within the same time period, you can see that for the exponential, the fee percentage actually drops quicker, while for linear, it takes a longer time to reach the same fee percentage. So, there's no what's that? Like, it's not one is better than the other. This is mainly to give users and token creators the option to choose the type of fee curve that they prefer based on their requirements and needs. And this is also customizable. So if you have any feedback on whether 50% is still too low or is it too high, please send this feedback our way. And we are also talking to a lot of partners and token creators and launchpads to design the DMV2 in a way that would best fit their requirements. Another thing we released is that previously you can lock tokens permanently, never to get it back. This is a requirement for a lot of meme coin launches because the community would need assurance that they will not rug by pulling out liquidity. So people lock the 100% of the initial supply in the pool. But we have also gotten feedback from various people in the ecosystem that they want another option where, yes, they can lock it, but not indefinitely, right? They can lock it up to a certain point where it's reasonable to do so. Say, a couple months later or a year later, up to you, right? So we provide this option now. You can actually lock the liquidity in the pool and choose when the liquidity starts unlocking, the vesting start time, the cliff, the duration of the entire the vesting period, and also whether the liquidity unlocks by the minute, by the day, or by the week. And no, this is not the second last feature that we released is the ability to track and manage your different positions within the same wallet and same DM V2 pool. So for DM V2, unlike Dynamic AM version 1, it has a position NFT that represents your liquidity position. And you can actually transfer this position NFT to another wallet if you wish. Right? So if your friend transfers a position NFT to your wallet, you will now have not one but two positions, and we have updated the UI to allow you to easily see how many positions you have, select the position to deposit more liquidity into the position or withdraw, or just simply merge the positions together. so that it's easier for you to manage. Oh, just one thing to take note is that you can only merge the positions if at least one of the positions is not locked. So if it's two locked positions, you won't be able to merge them. And lastly, we have now released portfolio support for the MV2. What this means is that you can just go to your portfolio just like you have always been doing for the other pools. You can see your DM V2 pools there, and there's going to be more details and info that we will put up for the DM V2 pools. Right now, you can see the pools, but because of the different features that we have for DM V2 now, you might have many pools of the same pair, right? And in order to further differentiate, we're going to add more details and make it easier for you guys. But yeah, give us more feedback. DMV2 is still in beta on itch, but very soon we are planning to push it out to the main app after getting more feedback and with more features.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Shane, for spilling this alpha. And again, Dynamic AMM V2 is in beta and it's available on h.meteora.ag. So do try it out if you'd like to. And if you are interested in utilizing Dynamic AMM V2, these details are also covered in the Meteora launch guide, which you can find at launch.meteora.ag. Thank you so much, Shane. Any last words with folks?
No, please try the MV2. I know many of you might be very accustomed to DLMM and DMV1. There might be some inertia, but this is exciting new products, a lot of options and features for you to try. And yeah.
Awesome stuff. All right. Thank you so much for coming on, Shane.
Thank you.
Right. Now, moving on to the next section. This part, I'm going to invite Soju back up on stage because this is going to be a packed with alpha session. And yeah, Soju, what can you tell us today?
What's up, guys? Yeah, I think DMM V2 is an amazing feature that we released, and it's actually amazing that we shipped something that's so big recently. But it's not actually what we've been spending all our time on. We've been actually spending only half of our time on DMM V2, and I'm excited to unveil finally what we're spending the other half of our time. But first, just a quick recap is that like whenever you see me on the community call, I'm usually here to talk about how we create opportunities for the LP Army, and that comes on two folds, which is on the LP Army side, community initiatives, and the other side, which is bringing high quality token launches to Meteora. So as a quick reminder of our mission again on the next side, is that we want to make Meteora the infrastructure layer to power every launchpad supported by you guys, the LP Army, the retail liquidity for every token possible. And the way we want to do this is we want to bring as many high quality launchers to Meteora. Launchers that have reliable volumes and by a lot of retail users, launchers by tokens which are quality and don't go only one way, which is either up or down. And in pursuit of this mission, we talked to a lot of launchpads, and we realized this thing about launchpads. The launchpads have a problem. So whenever a launchpad team has a new idea, they will write it out in smart contract, deploy it, audit it, and then get it integrated around the whole ecosystem. And then they have to spend all the time on technology. There's actually I've seen many cases of a launchpad launching, learning from their first launch, and then taking 3 months to come back again with their second idea or like an improved version of an idea. And if you are someone who knows like about all of this, about crypto, about building cool products, like the number one rule is experimenting quickly and moving fast when trends are strong. So we want to build something to solve all of these problems for our partners. So instead of them spending all their time on technology, paying audits, they can actually focus on what's truly important, which is finding PMF for the launchpads. And that's what Meteora is trying to do here. We're trying to help our partners with the technology so they can spend all their time on distribution, find new users, bring onboard new people to Solana, and find PMF. Deep breath. And we are announcing today the dynamic bonding curve on Meteora. Woo! Just to quickly share what dynamic bonding curve is. think of it as all of Meteora's features and power in one singular SDK. So we talked about how Meteora is super customizable with DRMM. You can do like super weird liquidity like linear fits or curvature, different curves. We talked about our dynamic feed system that we have against anti-snipers, or how we increase training fees in volatility. Or we talked about how we are composable and we support tournament 2022. All of these features used to be all over the place, right? You have the DRMM, you have the DAMM, you have all these different features, and it's very difficult to rebuild something with them. So today we're launching a dynamic bonding curve SDK and dynamic bonding curve program, which is a very simple way of interacting and building with Meteora. On to the next slide, we have a quick demo of what you can do with this SDK. I'm just showing you guys three very simple options, which is the regular constant product curve, a regular linear price where like prices increases linearly, or even a fixed price curve where it just goes straight until it hits a threshold. So the way dynamic bonding curve works is that on the next slide, the way the dynamic bonding curve works is that today you can build a launch pad. You can launch a token with your dynamic bonding curve config. Once you launch the token, it is immediately available on Jupiter for trading. It's immediately available across our entire ecosystem of partners such as GMGN, Exxon Trading, Photon, and you can really experiment with what works. Once you have an idea or something that you want to tweak, you can simply come back to us or even interact with the program yourself to create a new config key or update your config key, and then you can immediately drop it into your launchpad, and it's immediately updated, and you're ready to go. I think it's pretty exciting. DBC is pretty exciting, and we're going to spend a lot more time talking about it over the next 2 weeks. But just to visit one very important thing for everyone today is that we are building DBC to empower our partners. We are building this to help our partners stand out, let people notice them, and let people use them. So there will be no UI for DBC on Meteora. And we've spent a lot of time innovating with our trading partners such as Jupiter, or launchpad partners such as Candace TV and many more that will be coming to create beautiful discovery and launch experiences on other platforms. All of these token launches and trading will occur natively on Meteora pools, but Meteora's web platform will always be focused on serving or bringing liquidity mechanisms to you and then the rest of the LP army. We are here to help our partners win, and we're not here to take the spotlight from them. I would love to bring on HMC and Mario and hear from you guys or anybody in the community asking questions about DBC.
Hey guys.
GM. How are you guys doing, guys?
Yeah, the dynamic bonding curve. What do you guys think of the latest launch so far?
I think it's amazing. I don't know. I'm looking forward to see actually working, people using it and seeing how it works for them. But it's incredible in my opinion. I can't wait to see it.
Sweet. I think we'll see it very soon. I'm hoping for the next 1 or 2 days. Yeah.
Exactly. Mario and Alex, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, that's great to hear. I think building this deck is really crucial for growth now, because even though market is not that great, it's getting better, and it's better to be ready to have the deck that can support these launches. So I think this is a great step forward, and really looking forward to the first launch.
Absolutely.
Jake Messi in the chat asking, is Jupiter using a DMC? Jupiter will be one of the primary platforms where you can trade all the tokens on the DBC. So it's actually called DBC. So Jupiter will be one of the primary platforms you can trade all the tokens on DBC, or you can even use Jupiter to filter out different partners using DBC. So you can filter like Candle TV, you can filter other launchpads that's using DBC on the UI. Yeah, and yes, that seems to answer questions. And yeah, sorry, Alex.
No problem. I'm excited to see some team to build some launchpad tool on that tech, and we see how tokens we will go, and I hope to be better from that we have at the moment.
Yeah, we're really excited. I think what will happen is that like this thing will go out, everybody will spend all their time like innovating on like ideas to grow or launch tokens better, while the technology will just be there and get very better tested and reliable. So you guys don't have to worry about it. So we're very excited, yeah.
Absolutely. Good stuff, guys. Awesome stuff, and a lot of alpha being spilled in this section. So, stay tuned for more updates as we roll out, more things to come out with the dynamic bonding curve. And yeah, anything else for the folks, Soju?
I'm good. It's sooner than you think. Keep a detail for it on Twitter in the next few days. See ya.
Heavy alpha. All right, thank you for hopping on, Soju. And so yeah, stay tuned for more updates on the dynamic bonding curve. And yeah, we're going to be very excited to review more things as we go. And now moving on to the next section, we're going to talk about some updates towards growing the LP army. And it's great that HMC, Mario, and Alex or Lisa are already up on stage, so they can also share more about their updates over the last week or so. What do you guys have for us?
Well, so on the boot camps, obviously we'll have boot camps in next month, and we'll be announcing those here real soon. Looking to run boot camp number 3 in May, and the topic will be about some advanced strategies. So we're gonna get some good presenters on. We'll announce the date soon. Just have to finish coordinating with everybody, but yeah, it's going to be cool. Some great stuff there, and just other things that working on is we want to expand, right? And so one of the ways that I want to do that is reach out to some other communities of that are like, for example, in the past I did a call with Sanctum and others. So we want to reach out to these other communities, see if anybody's interested in LPing, give them a little bit of taste, a little bit of information about, Meteora and the power of, the DLMM and all these things. And, kind of like almost like a mini shortened boot camp. And then, invite them in to our regular boot camps for anybody that's interested in learning how to do that. So this is how I help grow is, extend the education piece, and that's what we're doing. So if you're part of a community that may be interested, feel free to reach out to me, and we can chat, but welcome to a lot of things, and yeah, let's grow.
Absolutely, huge stuff, and great news on the advanced bootcamp, the third advanced bootcamp being in the works. I think the first 2 were absolutely great bootcamps to share more about the advanced strategies and highlight more of the LP Army community members, people who are actively DLMMing and showing more of their strategies and their knowledge as well. So great stuff, HMC.
Yes, sir.
All right. Absolutely. Maybe Mario can go up next. What would you have for us?
Yeah, sure. Mine will be a bit shorter than that. These bootcamp updates sound great. So basically what we have in play, our first LP Army competition has wrapped up. We have drawn the winners, and we have already started the second one. The second one will be a video jam that will last for 2 weeks. We are looking to potentially find some people who would be contributing to the LP Army perpetually with these. So if you're good with creating content and breaking things up so the masses can understand them, feel free to join our video jam. All participants will be rewarded with some rank XP, but we have some decent rewards as well. So really looking forward to some entries.
Absolutely. New competition, the second one coming right up. So if you are into creating content or creating some videos, you can take part in the second LP Army competition, the DLMM video jam, and may the best video win.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Lastly, our favorite dev, Alex, would you like to share anything with the folks today?
Yeah, I work on the LP Army strategy page, and I hit some good agents to share their strategy, and I think to add them in that page, like a simple explanation, what tools they use to track the tokens, to look for the good pulls, etc. And maybe after this new jam competition, we can add some fresh videos from another folks, and that is for me.
Absolutely, great stuff. And I think it's also a great kind of opportunity to have more of these strategies that, as the meta is changing, as the strategies are changing, it's good to have them and like highlight them in the LP Army server as well. Hopefully, we will see the crazy top blast curve strategy on the website as well. What do you think?
Oh well, we'll see what happens. I mean that one's insane, and I actually asked a bunch of people about it, and a lot of them are like, "Yeah, I've used it, not right now," but I think it all depends. It really depends on the token. That one is so wild, but if it works, man, great. But that's something we want to explore and find out more about. But yeah, the top blast curve that's wild stuff, man.
Absolutely. Again, every strategy, some strategies are more risky than others. Use stuff at your own risk. This is not financial advice. Just all of those disclaimers out of the way. Not financial advice. Learn the DLMM before you try different strategies, and see what fits you best. And with that, thank you guys so much for hopping on and sharing some updates with the community, and we'll look forward to see more updates over the next few weeks.
Roger that.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for coming on. Right now, before we move on to the next few sections, I do want to give a quick shout out to two folks who are going to lead and experiment with some new initiatives. So we're going to be supporting and seeing a lot more regional expansion going on over the next few weeks, with some efforts on growing the Portuguese community as well as the Nigerian community. And a quick shout out to some of the folks who will be spearheading these initiatives. Magica, who is a long-time LP Army board and a member of the Dead DAO, which is one of the most OG sub-communities within the LP Army. And we've also got Crego, who is one of the community leads over at Super Team Nigeria, who will be cooking up an in-person workshop to kind of help onboard more folks onto Meteora. So big shout out to our guys, Magica and Crego, for stepping up and trying this out with us in order to grow the LP Army. And now, speaking of growing the LP Army, the next section is, in my opinion, is one of the things that remind me of why the LP Army is, I dare say, the best LP community in crypto. Now, many of you might know Kellebeck because he's very active in the LP Army, and recently he shared his story on X about how he started, how he discovered the DLMM, and at the same time, how he kind of how he met a very strong community of the Turkish LPs, which later then became Meteora, which is one of the biggest regional sub communities within the LP Army. And he basically shared his whole journey into learning how to use the DLMM and where he was eventually coming into the present day where he was able to buy a car just out of his profits on the DLMM. So super amazing story, and I really wanted him to come on the call to share more about the story, but unfortunately he couldn't make it because he is also traveling to Istanbul alongside a few of the Meteora folks to represent the LP Army, to create some fun and awesome community content. So super exciting stuff coming up there, and I'm really looking forward to that. And although he is not able to be here with us today, the message that he wanted to convey is that regardless of the wins that you have, it's also about how you shape your journey in the LP Army. Because when you connect with awesome people from the community and you try out some awesome stuff, the potential that you have to grow is massive, and it's always great to be on this journey with some great folks along with you. So big shout out to Kellebec and also to the Meteora folks who have been pushing hard on growing and expanding the regional efforts across Turkey, like with the DLMM boot camps in the Turkish language, some in-person onboarding, onboarding efforts. Recently, they just went to a local university in Turkey to kind of share more about the DLMM. And the next thing they're going to do is, to have to kind of grow the community branding and expand their efforts in Solana Crossroads and any other event beyond. So big shout out to the Meteora folks. Big shout out to Kellebec. And if you want to read the full story, you can head on over to his profile on X, read the post and show him some love, show him some LP Army love. If you could, that will be much appreciated. And with that, we have come to the end of the call. Let me bring back some of the awesome folks that we have on stage and just share a few last words before we call it a session. What do you think, guys?
Man, that's so awesome, Kickleback, and I got to meet him in person in Turkey. I love stories like that, man. Started out with just 5 SOL and turned it into a car. I love it. So whether your goals are to make a living off of this or just make some burger money or get out there and buy yourself a car. I mean, it's amazing. It shows the power of this and the community because, a lot of these things, sometimes it's a lot harder to do without each other. And that's why, I love the LP Army Discord, everything that Mario's done to help enable and encourage and boost this and all the other parts of the community, the Met Turk DAO, all these guys. It's just amazing work. I love these stories all day. Good job, man.
Absolutely. Big shout out again to Kellebec and the folks from Met Turk DAO.
Yeah, I share the same thoughts, and I just want to add that these scenarios are not rare. You have so many people who have achieved such great returns with the LMMs, me included. In just 11 months, I managed to hit a 700x on my portfolio. So it's still possible. It's possible for you as well. Just join us, go through the boot camp and learn with us. You will get there if you dedicate your time and energy to it. So props to Kellebec and all of those guys for growing the LP Army. And I'm glad to see them getting rewarded from their positions as well.
Great stuff, man. Absolutely. Any last words from Alex or Suju as well?
I'm super happy for Kellebec, and I can confirm that he's the great guy. Even that he don't speak English, he come to LPRV server, explain to the people his strategy, try to help them to learn them, and yeah, this is amazing. It
is absolutely awesome stuff, and that is what the LP Army is about. Going through and learning about the DLMM, sharing your own knowledge, sharing your strategies, and most importantly, just winning together. So yeah, that's super awesome stuff. And we're going to continue our efforts to grow the LP Army, and hopefully we can have many more success stories like these ones. All right. With that, thank you so much for tuning in this week, and we hope to see you next week. All right. Cheers, everybody.
See you next week, guys.
See you guys.
It's time to log in. LP Army will teach you the way to be LP warrior starting this day. We live for the fees we make. Soon it is profits that you will take. The LP Army marches strong. The best in Solana, we sing our song. We live for the fees we make. Listen to the Goose Gang and gain your might. We will print and we will learn. What's the Danish tokens burn? Join the ranks of the brave and bold. Story of the LP Army told. We are LP Army, rise to the sky. Dynamic feeds our battle cry. LP warriors will never die. Bear our bull, we will fly. Rise, new soldiers, rise. Rise. Take the course and earn your role. March with us and earn some soul. Dodge the rug and join the fight. We came together, LP Army might.